Good morning from Santa Barbara. Spill the tea with D&E. Good morning.
Hello. Happy day after 4th of July.
I know. We didn't do one yesterday. We had so much stuff going on. It was crazy busy.
Hope everybody got to celebrate.
Yep, I loved it. I just, we saw most of it on TV, which is nice. It's just too crazy. We have
animals.
Yeah, we have animals, and we had to check on them, and they don't like the fireworks. And we have a rescue. And
we have a rescue dog and a rescue cat.
Yes. And so we just stayed home. But oh my God, the
some
show,
display chickens, some teenager chickens.
Big difference between AI leading the way and back old school when you and I used to watch fireworks. Now it's all orchestrated, all done by drones. It's completely crazy.
It's pretty wild.
It's wild.
Yep.
What are you drinking?
Oh my gosh, I'm having my Earl Grey. I used to think it was early gray because it was meant to be drunk in the morning.
Uh-huh.
But Earl Grey has bergamot in it. And it has a slightly citrus flavor if you've never tried it.
Awesome.
It tastes really good with a tiny little bit of honey and a little bit of milk.
My tummy is a little owie because I just had a little bit too much sugar yesterday. We don't do a lot of sugar.
Oops.
And so I just went with the chamomile.
Nice.
Okay, just a little bit of lemon.
Very gentle.
No sweetener, no honey, no nothing.
Very gentle.
I'm just going to be drinking that. I made some chicken soup today.
Chamomile has been used for centuries.
Yeah, we just throwing some chamomile at me, and I said, okay, I'm not.
It's very calming.
It's funny because when you really do reduce your sugar, and then I didn't even have that much, but I felt it like immediately after.
Kind of hits you like a ton of bricks.
It did.
Yeah.
And I was afraid that I was going to get headaches, but I didn't have any headaches. So yay for the no headaches.
Oh, good. You're drinking enough water.
Oh yeah, I drank a ton. I knew that something wasn't feeling good for me. So what do we want to talk about today?
I want to chat about status, stuff, trust. What are we really chasing?
Okay. This is deep.
Yeah.
Gonna have to do a deep dive on this.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're standing in the checkout line in the grocery store and you're looking at the magazines of the perfect house, the perfect vacation, the perfect smile, the perfect everything, right? And for about 3 seconds, my brain is like, maybe I'm behind, and I start to laugh because I wasn't behind. I was just standing in line to, buy some watermelon and some lettuce for the chickens. And so I just wanted to ask the question and let it sort of steep into our hearts while we're sipping our tea. What if the wealthiest person in the room isn't the one who has the most money, but it's the one that everybody trusts?
That's true. It is. I know that for a fact. Having at one time, twice now, had a lot, and then life stepped in, and then tides changed. But I gotta say, I feel am being represented out there with my friends and my family as the go-to person.
Who's trustworthy.
Who needs to fix it.
Yeah.
Somebody who's going to give you the straight shot.
Yeah, you're a maven. You have ideas.
Exactly.
You know people.
Thank
you connect people.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's just beautiful. So here's my new word for the day. I love making up new words. I always told my kids, when is it my turn to make up words?
Right.
I decided it's now. So I have trustonomy. And this is a way of measuring wealth not by what we own, but by trust, kindness, generosity, and goodwill that we cultivate with others.
Yeah. Do you ever I have lots of wealthy friends. I can't think of one, honestly. I'm sorry to say this. I just don't feel that they just exude the generosity. It's kind of like their defense, like they're holding on to everything. They're not very, unfortunately, the ones that I do know of and have met and experienced wealthy people that are
generous.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yes.
And unfortunately, they left the planet. And I pray to God that I get to experience them again.
Yes.
For every life
They're
to come.
generous of spirit.
Right. They are just so dialed in on everything. But unfortunately, then you have others that they're basically looking around to see what they can capture.
Yeah.
That's just their game, and that's why they have what they have, and that's okay too. I mean, no harm, no foul.
I mean, wouldn't that change the world?
Yeah.
If instead of, the status symbol being how much, dollars and decimals are in your bank account, rather how many people in your orbit find you trustworthy, generous, kind, friendly, that's the wealth that we all admire and extol.
Yeah. I have friends that life just turned on them, or they just needed to learn some lessons that they haven't learned yet. And I believe that they orchestrated everything, but I like to be that call. I just got a call last week and it was nice, and I had to work through it, and I used chat and explained what I would do, and I used chat as that, like, I'm Switzerland. Let's see what chat. That's what I use chat for.
Let's get ideas from AI to help us through a sticky situation that I really don't know anything about.
They don't do the chat.
They don't do the chat.
So it's like, let's just use it.
Yeah.
As a tool. It's like a calculator. You have this big math problem and you need a calculator because it's going to take us hours.
Do you remember how once upon a time you would call 411? I mean, the kids don't know anything about this.
For information.
Yeah, for information. Yeah. And you could call for information. You would talk to a human and you say, I think his name was John Smith.
Right.
He lived on Ridley Tree Lane.
Right.
Can you find him?
Right.
It's Springfield, Illinois.
It's true.
Well, let's see. And then
what
they'd
about
go
emergency
looking.
breakthrough?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yes.
When somebody's on the phone for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And you have to do an emergency break, so you call the operator and you do an emergency breakthrough.
And then the operator would come on the line and say, pardon me, but Erica's mom really needs to come through. Right. Could you guys hang up so she can reach Erica?
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
I love that.
I mean, there's all these things that, where humans helping humans. So here's a question. Why do human beings care so much about status? Why do we compare ourselves to other people?
We are programmed to do that, though, Dominique. Everybody is like, who's got what? That's just how this country rolls. Well, it's flashy.
Surprisingly.
Dominique. It's flashy. Look, I don't watch TV, and you know that. But not now, but back in the 70s and 80s, what was the predominant thing before lawyers took over, then pharmaceutical companies took over, but it was car commercials.
Yeah.
Remember all the cars?
Oh, my gosh.
It was car commercial after car commercial after its teasers.
Yeah.
Datsun, the 280Z, and nice. I mean, and I'm not talking about like Range Rovers. I'm just talking about Porsches were out there.
Yeah.
Camaros, Corvettes. I mean, they were just always car. What about even for the middleman, Toyota, when Lee Trevino used to sit up at $59.95. Remember that? Oh, my God.
So anthropologists believe that for much of our history, we humans have lived relatively in small groups where cooperation was essential for survival. And now, ancient culture was very different. Now we don't know exactly how do we function in community, and do we have a small community, do we have a large community? But it's kind of like a lot of researchers are suggesting that reputation now matters enormously, right? So can people trust you? Will you share your food? Would you help someone who is injured? So these kinds of things influence whether others want to cooperate with us, And so status originally wasn't about showing off,
I got it.
It was about being dependable.
Yes, I love it. It's true. I mean, imagine two people. One owns the biggest cave, but never shares food. The other one has very little, but always helps everybody else. I mean, who do you think the community would want to be around during a harsh winter?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've said about everybody. Who do you want to be in the trench with?
Yeah.
And it's funny because you really don't know. They step up when crisis hits you and you're heels to heaven.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the people that you just did not expect, it's always the third and fourth rung, like people that are in the back row.
Yeah.
That step up and say, hey, they've always watched you from afar. And honestly, my first 2 rows never stepped up for me.
Yeah.
Not ever. Because they were takers.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, you know, when you throw candy?
Yeah.
You know, I never threw it back in the back row, but I always threw the candy. But the people in the back row said, man, she's a nice person. She's a very giving person. So at the end of the day, when I, you know, landed on my rear end, those are the ones from the back didn't even get one piece of freaking candy.
Yeah, they're the ones
but the ones that grab all the candy, all of a sudden, look in the first 2 rows, they're gone.
Yeah,
because they got to go find somebody else that's going to throw them candy.
Yeah,
because I have no more money to give candy.
Yeah,
in that way.
Yeah,
so that's the facts, and you know I've learned that so many times.
So trust creates safety, and safety allows communities to flourish, and I mean, modern research continues to study this. It's kind of like social capital, right? So trust, relationship networks, that's what helps our communities work together.
Well, nobody ever asks, how's your social capital? That's not even in their wheelhouse.
Yeah, isn't that
they
interesting?
Should.
Yeah.
You know, instead of asking, so, what do you do?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we should ask, who has helped you lately? You know?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
We just got to change the way we talk to people.
What have you learned this month?
Yeah.
Instead of what have you earned, what have you learned?
Yeah. How about this? What was the best part of your day?
Yeah. When did someone surprise you with kindness?
Yeah. What was the nicest thing? Because you want to just exchange that energy back into the universe.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, imagine if children...
I love it when somebody walks in the door. Can you imagine? Say, oh my God, let me share with you what happened to me yesterday. You know, I lost my wallet, right? I mean, just say something, and it was a magical experience.
Yeah, somebody found it, and I made a new friend.
Yeah, I made a new friend. Well, this is what I like. Look at all the people through my health journey.
Yeah,
I have 2.
Oh my God, you've been making new friends all over the place.
I have 2 great friends, and I have a home phone. I have the personal number of one of the greatest doctors in Santa Barbara. I have her home phone number.
Yeah.
It's just great.
So
I would never
maybe what we want to do when we sit with people is encourage the kinds of conversations that our children can hear us having that's about respected people in town. Right. Not the richest. Mm-hmm. The one who helps others feel safe, the one who helps others when they're in need.
Yeah, it's funny because it's always when you listen to conversations today, especially with the young generations, it's always like, who's getting fat, who's losing weight. It's just bizarre.
Yeah, and it's like that's
and then,
not.
they're getting a new car. It's always, I'm going on a new trip. Remember, we went
compare.
Yeah, we went to an event, and it's like all they did is talk about vacations.
Yeah.
It was just bizarre.
Yeah.
I felt wow. I didn't know even how to participate in any of that just because I felt I was out of place, to be honest with you. Yeah. That's not what our friends talk about.
So, I mean, we're really boiling down to who's really wealthy.
Yeah, who's real? I want to know who's authentic, and I want to know who's really real.
Exactly. So money speaks one kind of language, but I want people to know that money is just one of many resources. Mm-hmm. But trust and love and purpose speak to our humanness in a way that money that is divorced of that does not.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. No, it's just funny. It's funny to me that it's like happiness has a moving finish line. You finally get there, you're happy, everybody is joy, you can feel it in your bones on a cellular level, and then all of a sudden somebody walks up and picks up the finish line and moves it 100 yards down the road. Like, what? So
it's so interesting that more never feels like enough. Mm-hmm. More never feels like enough because our body doesn't know that kind of satisfaction. Like, we have to stay in the present moment to be satisfied. We have to stay in the present moment to go, I'm happy now. I'm okay now.
Right.
And that's what brings about the happiness.
Mm. So when does enough become enough? That's the question.
Yeah. We have to decide.
The question isn't whether money matters.
Right. Money always matters. It's
of
a
course,
resource.
you need it. You have to have it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
But
So,
we want to stress the qualities that are developed whether money's present or not.
right. Ready for a little toast?
I am.
Okay, let's go for it. How about our tea today begins with a whisper and not a shout.
Ooh. And I want to toast not chasing more money and more things and more recognition. I want to stress that the path to happiness and the pursuit of happiness is, part of what independence is all about, right? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I want to toast that pursuit of happiness.
Beautiful. Cheers, Dominique.
Bye for now.